I cannot even begin to describe how good it feels to be able to sit here and just talk to you guys super casually about K-pop and fashion, jumbo iced coffee in hand. We love to see it. Welcome to another episode of Kpop Sunday Spill with Kevin, an unfiltered, unedited chat with you guys where I talk about all the things happening in the world of K-pop and fashion. You guys know how it is. I literally will record this and post it straight to YouTube, so get ready for that. We talk about all things happening in the world of K-pop and fashion. As always, I have my list, I have my coffee. We're ready to go, you guys, and it feels so good because recently I feel like I've been on my channel, at least if you follow my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, which you should be, make sure you subscribe. I've been doing a lot of these kind of like more educational, like scripted type of videos, which are actually so exhausting and tiring to like script out and like say the lines and everything. But that's why I love to do these Sunday spills with you guys, where this is where you guys get to really see, this is how I really talk, this is how I really think, this is my natural speaking cadence. So get ready for all of that. And usually I'll do like a serious video on Wednesday, and like this, my Sunday spill is like more casual. So make sure you guys follow me on Wednesdays and Sundays. We'll see each other every week. Okay, so this is the Sunday spill for the week. Do you guys see the topics? I have a lot of topics because I didn't do one last week. I did like a news session last week. You guys missed the Sunday spill? I did. I'm telling you guys, it feels so good in my car, in my coffee. The sun's out, it's not too hot, it's not too cold. Okay, so this week we're gonna be talking about how Mingyu's Dior ambassadorship actually, I think, got leaked. So we're gonna talk about that. I also want to talk about how Newjeans is low-key starting to feel like overly commercialized. Have you guys been feeling that? I'll get into that a little bit after. Ooh, I'm really excited to talk about 21's surprise comeback tour announcement. Like, this is so major, you guys. This could have very major implications on the fashion industry. Like, we're not ready for this. Somi ruined my summer. Yes, she did. And I'm going to also talk about the audacity of some of these K-pop festivals. Like, they're getting very bold, you guys. Like, they're getting super, super bold. It needs to be addressed. I have a message for everyone that went to KCON this past weekend. And then finally, I'm going to pick my cuties, my K-pop cuties of the week. You guys know it's an ongoing list. I pick my top cuties in K-pop. And you guys know I have the best taste in cute boys. So I'm going to pick that. So yeah, like, let's get into it, you guys. Let me sip my little coffee. The key is to get a medium iced coffee, but in a large cup with extra ice. I love it to be icy, like super icy. I got 1 shot of vanilla, 2 shots of coconut, and it's like perfectly sweet. I love this. The day's already going so good, you guys. I love this. Okay, so starting with Mingyu's Dior ambassadorship. So it was recently announced that Mingyu is going to be the new ambassador of Dior. But what's interesting about this ambassador, I need to find a new word for interesting. But what's interesting about this ambassadorship for Dior is that Dior has yet to confirm it, actually. Mingyu has also yet to confirm it, like himself. Like, I didn't see either of the posts on their pages. So basically who confirmed it was like other like media outlets, like Esquire Korea reported it, I think. And obviously they're like a credible news source, so I'm going with it. But actually this announcement, or this ambassadorship announcement, was posted a while ago, I feel. I feel like this was posted like maybe like a couple weeks ago. And what had happened was that there's a website called Sway Korea. I don't know if it's like a tabloid or like a media news source, or like newspaper. I'm assuming it's a tabloid, honestly. But they actually had the exclusive that Mingyu is going to be Dior's new ambassador. And then once they posted that, then all of like the Twitter, like all of like the random, like, I don't know, you guys know, like those random fan pages or like those Twitter like news pages posted it right away too. And most of them actually didn't even cite the website called Sway Korea. And then other people cited it. And it was interesting to see because at that time, I actually looked into it to see if I could find like an official report or official press release from Dior or from Mingyu. I didn't see anything, so I was kind of doubtful of that. That's why I, myself, even though I knew about it or like I read about it back then, I never said anything on any of my pages because I just feel like I'm never trying to report something I'm not guaranteed to know is true, and that's not coming from the official brand as well. So anyway, Sway Korea posted that they had an exclusive, and it turned out to be true. Shout out to them. I don't know how they got the exclusive. But apparently, actually, before even this Mingyu thing, they also had the exclusive scoop that Newjeans was going to perform at the IU concert in Korea, which actually did end up happening. So I don't know who their own sources are, but they seem to be very accurate so far. Anyway, so fast forward to now, Esquire Korea announced it. And like a couple other things that announced it. And Dior still has an announcement. Mingyu still hasn't announced it. And yeah, like what's interesting to me is that I feel like even back weeks ago when Sway Korea first posted the exclusive, all these agencies and all these online news or like these online media pages, like update accounts or whatever, they went ahead and posted it, even though it was still not verified by the brand itself. And it really made me think about how it's actually for a lot of these media pages, or whatever the case, whatever you want to call them, news sites, media pages. It's actually, I think, maybe not all of them, but I feel like for them, it's more important for them to break the news quickly rather than making sure that it's very accurate. You know what I mean? Because up until that point, only the Sway Korea website was the one to post that. So, and then every other outlet just went with it as if it was fact. And even though I guess it ended up being the case, I just feel like even back then, for them to, all these pages to post it, only, not to even cite Sway Korea, some pages cited it, but to only cite one page or whatever, even if they had cited it, from maybe like a not so established or credible source, it's like, it says a lot to me about these pages. Like, they're just so quick to post it. And once, I feel like the thing with K-pop is that once something gets posted, like, everyone's running with it. Everyone's running with it as if it's fact. And that's a little bit dangerous, you know what I mean? It could have not been true. And it's also interesting because in that same article, they had mentioned how Mingyu was going to be taking over from Cha Eun-woo. If you guys know Dior, Cha Eun-woo's been an ambassador for them for like forever now. He's such a good ambassador. And then apparently Cha Eun-woo's leaving Dior and he's going to go sign for Saint Laurent, which that still remains to be seen. So fast forward to now, Mingyu's announcement with Dior was somewhat confirmed by Esquire Korea. Not totally confirmed because, again, Esquire Korea is not Dior. It's not coming from Dior itself. It's not coming from Mingyu itself. But another thing that this made me think of is because maybe Dior did not end up announcing it in a very official way because Sway Korea already leaked the news, or they leaked the news somewhat, and they had the exclusive saying that, whatever the case may be, that Mingyu is going to be the new ambassador. So once they did that and they posted exclusive, which sure, do whatever you guys want, and then all these other media outlets ran with it, right? So it kind of took away Dior and Mingyu's opportunity to announce the ambassadorship on their own terms, which I think kind of sucks a little bit for them and for Mingyu, especially because I think even if they announce it now, the impact is just not there anymore. You know what I mean? Because it was already, the news already broke weeks ago from an unconfirmed source. So the impact is just not there. So people are going to be like, oh, well, like we already knew this some weeks ago, blah, blah, even though Dior themselves were not the ones to say it. Right? So I feel like, I don't know if they will announce it now. I don't know if they're going to still announce it, or they're just going with the case that, oh, yeah, sure, like maybe it's just all these outlets reported it, so we don't need to report it anymore. Like, we don't need to like confirm it anymore because all these outlets already did. But yeah, like, I don't know, it kind of sucks. I feel like as a K-pop fan, it's a big deal for me, at least when a K-pop idol gets announced as an ambassador for like a huge brand like Dior. So I would have liked to see like them do something very like official and post it directly on their pages and their channels and like an official press release. But now I feel like they're not going to do it because it was already, the information has already spread in a way that they cannot contain now, right? I was actually going to email Dior, like the press for Dior, and ask them about this, but Esquire already went ahead and announced it. But honestly, maybe Esquire Korea also just reported it based on the Sway Korea article. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't have a Dior contact to confirm it. It's still waiting to be seen. This also reminds me of the whole Moncler and Yeonjun one. That was a little bit different, but I didn't see Moncler or Yeonjun officially announced it. It was actually like announced by Vogue Korea, which of course is credible, but still, like, I just feel like to me, it doesn't give the same effect if a K-pop idol is not the one to announce it themselves, or like the brand is not the one to announce it themselves. Does that make sense? What do you guys think? Do you guys know about this announcement already? Do you guys not know about it? Do you guys know who Sway Korea is? Let me know in the comments if you guys know who Sway Korea is and who are their sources, because they seem to be pretty accurate. Not gonna lie about that. Next thing, okay. The next thing I want to talk about, how Newjeans is low-key starting to feel a little bit over-commercialized. And not to say that Newjeans was never really commercial, or like they were never really like that from the beginning, because actually from the beginning, the commercial strategy was actually always very aggressive. Out of all the K-pop groups, I think that Newjeans probably is, or probably has, the most aggressive commercial strategy. Everything is a activation, everything is a partnership, everything is a sponsorship, which is fine. Like, of course, I'm never going to be mad about like people monetizing their groups, or like them wanting to monetize, or them wanting to make money. I'm totally here for that. I'm totally with you. But I feel like recently it's gone to the point where it's like, I feel like when everything becomes a commercial moment, it kind of takes away from everything else, because it just feels like they did this, or like they're only doing it for like a commercial reason or to monetize, which of course I know is not the case, but it just feels like that when every single appearance, every single performance is some kind of commercial partnership. So this recent one, what spurred this thought for me recently is that Newjeans performed at the halftime show for like a soccer game in Korea. I'm not sure what the two teams were, but yeah, they performed for the halftime. I don't know what the intermission, I don't know what the soccer one is called. But yeah, they performed and they were dressed by, or they had custom jerseys made by Ambush, which is actually a really cool brand in partnership with Nike Seoul. So yeah, of course it was another like partnership. It was, like I said, Nike Seoul and Ambush. But at this point, is everything being a partnership or something like along those lines necessary? You know what I mean? Couldn't they just have worn their own things or start their own things and just perform? You know what I mean? Did it necessarily have to be like everything a partnership? Which I'm great, because I feel like if you have the resources and this and that, like obviously you want to take them, you want to utilize them, but it's just like at this point it feels like, okay, everything is that thing. So does that now start to take away from every other partnership you have and every other commercial partner you have, where it's like everything is a new partnership, and it's like, okay, it's starting to feel like, to me as a fan, a little bit overwhelming, because it just feels like it's like getting like shoved in my face more and more and more, even though from the beginning that might have already been the case. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's hard to describe how I feel about this. On one side, I'm like, this is just the reality of promoting. This is just the reality of having a commercial group or having a K-pop group. You need to find ways to monetize that group. You need to have a very strong commercial strategy, which Newjeans obviously does. But the other side of it, I still like to see groups be spontaneous. I still like to see groups doing things just for the sake of doing it, just for like fun, and not necessarily everything having to be like very premeditated, if that makes sense, right? Like, what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. Like, it's like this was a partnership with Nike and partnership with Ambush, and then their Newjeans fan meet in Japan, it was sponsored by Calvin Klein, and they had custom Calvin Klein things. And it's like, so that line between what are the things that they do that they just do because they feel like it's cool, and what are the things they do because they have to do it because it's a commercial partnership? Does that make sense to me? Does that make sense to you guys? Like, let me know, because I just feel like it's starting to get, I don't know, it's hard for me to feel an identity from the group when I feel like everything I've seen from the group so far is a commercial partnership. That's essentially what I'm saying. But honestly, like, I feel like, I'm not saying this in a negative way where I feel like this and that, like, I know it seems like that, but it's really not. I'm actually very impressed that they have such a strong and aggressive commercial strategy and a well thought out commercial strategy. But sometimes, like I said, not everything needs to be commercial, not everything needs to be premeditated, not everything needs to be like meticulously planned out. Like, let's get some spontaneity in here, guys. Right? So if you are an old K-pop fan like me, you're probably very excited to see 21's comeback announcement. Like, can you guys believe that 15 years later, like 21 is coming back? Like, what is going on, you guys? Like, this is so major. And with the comeback announcement, like, the fandom wars are already happening on Twitter. Like, the Blackjacks and like the Sonys are like fighting, you guys. Like the world, the K-pop world is actually healing. Like, I love to see the fan wars already. Like, honestly, like, it's so toxic, but the fan wars between Girl Generation fans and 21 fans, like, undefeated. Did you guys know it's like actually undefeated? Anyways, going back to my original, what I want to talk about, 21 coming back in, or having a comeback tour, actually has very major implications in the K-pop industry and in the fashion industry. Because if you guys, I've talked about this a little bit earlier in my last video, 21 actually are like the OG fashion girls, you guys. Like, 21 are the OG, like, I feel like they put K-pop fashion on the map. I feel like when people think of fashion, or who were like the trendsetters in fashion, or who started all this, like, or who is the representative face in fashion in K-pop, I honestly feel like it is 21. I feel like a lot of people feel like that as well. And I feel like if you were to ask even like non-K-pop fans, I feel like if you were to ask like industry people, maybe not now because they're gonna definitely say Blackpink, but back then I feel like definitely top of mind fashion girls in K-pop were 21. So I think them coming back, there is a huge opportunity for them as a group and individual members to realign themselves with the fashion industry. I think that CL has always, for a long time now, been kind of synonymous with fashion, but I think this is a great opportunity for Dara. Dara is such a big fashion girl, you guys. If you guys actually follow Dara, like, she's actually such a fashion girl. Like, she's a true fashion girl. Like, it's actually crazy. But it's also like another opportunity for Park Bom to be realigned with fashion. It's another opportunity for Minzy to be realigned with fashion. So I'm going to be really excited to see if what they have like planned up in there. I'm excited to see if, so they're having a comeback tour. They're having it in Korea and then they're going into Japan. This is actually such a throwback. And I think eventually they said they were going to do like a world tour. And I think for them, a lot of people are going to, or like a lot of brands, I personally think are going to want to dress the girls for, they're going to want to produce the stage wear for 21, which I'm very excited for. And it makes me think about how, like, which brands they would work with coming back. I think that I personally want to see them work with Chrome Hearts again. Like, that would be so iconic to me. Like, Chrome Hearts and 21 actually go way back. And like, they're actually one of the only like artists worldwide, one of the few artists worldwide to actually have a collaboration with Chrome Hearts, which if you guys are like know about fashion, you guys follow fashion, you guys are in this industry, you guys know how much of a big deal that is. Like Chrome Hearts, they rarely work with artists. So for them to have a whole collaboration with 21, like, it's actually a big deal. And the thing is, they actually have a very strong relationship with Chrome Hearts that goes way back. Like, actually, like, CL has, like, family ties to the family. Like, she's very close to Jessie Jo Stark, which is one of the daughters of the family. And I feel like she's always at, like, family functions. So she's really in it with the Chrome Hearts family, you guys. Like, she really truly has family ties with them. So I think that Chrome Hearts could dress the girls for the tour. And Chrome Hearts, like, I feel like they could have the potential to do, like, incredible stage wear. So that would be, like, very iconic. So that's probably one of my top things I would like to see. I think that also maybe Jeremy Scott or Moschino will try to dress them. They actually have a very ongoing, long-standing relationship with Jeremy Scott as well back then, like with his own label and with Moschino when he was designing for Moschino at the time. So I think Jeremy Scott actually even designed stage costumes for them at one point for like another older tour. Is that true? I don't know. Let me look into that. But I think he actually did design stage costumes for them at one point. So for him to do it again will be like kind of like a double comeback. Jeremy Scott's comeback and 21's comeback. That could be actually the moment, right? So I'm looking forward to that. I think that because Jeremy Scott, he's currently not at a label right now. He left Moschino and he's been kind of quiet. So this could be like a huge comeback moment for him as well. And I think back then, more than anything, they were very close with him as opposed to Moschino. But they obviously had a relationship with Moschino as well. And recently Moschino has a new creative director named like Adrian. Like the creative director's name is Adrian. I don't know why I said like Adrian. But yeah, his name is Adrian. And I think that it could be a cool moment for them, for Adrian and Moschino to try to kind of like reignite the relationship they once had with 21. I think this would be a good return to Moschino because Moschino's also had been a little bit quiet until Adrian started designing for them. And his first few collections for the brand have been pretty well received so far. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for them to keep the momentum going as a brand and do something with 21. I think I would like to see that. I would like to see all these people work with 21, honestly. Like, it'd be very cool. I'd like to see anybody. Like, I just want to see them realign with fashion. I also think that Alexander Wang could be a potential person to dress 21 for this tour. Again, like Alexander Wang is a brand that has like a very close relationship with CL. Like CL's such a fashion girl, you guys. Like she's really, when I say she's in the industry, like she's really in it. Yeah, so CL has a close relationship with Alexander Wang. She actually went to the Met Gala with Alexander Wang, and Alexander Wang actually dressed her and I think maybe some of the girls for Coachella. I'm not sure if he dressed all of them, but I think he dressed CL for Coachella when they performed at Coachella. So I think that could continue to be a ongoing story between Alexander Wang and 21 that I think would actually be pretty cool. I think all of the brands I mentioned so far have the potential to design good stage costumes. I think the one that's probably the most unknown and the most like could have the potential to surprise everybody the most is Moschino. So yeah, what do you guys think? What brands did I miss? What brands do you guys think would be good for stage costumes for 21? Are you guys gonna go to the tour? I want to go to the tour so badly. Are they gonna come to Canada? The last time I actually saw CL when she came to Toronto in like maybe like 2016, 2017. I actually saw her then, but I've never seen 21 as a group, so that could be very iconic if they come. But if not, I'm gonna have to travel for them. I actually can't believe you guys. Can you believe after 15 years, 21 is coming back? 15, 16 years. Like, who would have thought? And like all the updates so far, they're so cute, you guys. I love them. I wonder if they're gonna release a new album. Anyways, next thing I want to talk about. Somi has ruined my summer. Yes, she did, you guys. I don't care what you guys say. Her new song, Ice Cream. You guys, so bad. Like, where is the integrity, Somi? For you to release a song like this, Somi and Teddy, like, you guys, we need to talk, you guys. Like, what is going on with this? Where is the integrity? Like, I'm actually wondering now. The song, like, to go from Flash Forward, where it was such a banger, like, such a bop, to go to Ice Cream. What happened, you guys? What is going on here? I can't believe my girl Somi would do that. I can't believe she would do that to me. Like, for them to make it seem like she's gonna release a summer bop and then couldn't be any less of a bop. Like, I'm actually so devastated. I'm so devastated, you guys. Like, I can't believe it. They might as well have re-released Dum Dum or re-released Flash Red. I would have been much here for that. But yeah, I thought she was gonna do some kind of like club bang sound, like our club electronic house song, which I was really anticipating, but she released Ice Cream, which in my opinion, like, is honestly such a travesty. But she was mentioning how like Ice Cream is just like a pre-release and she has like 3 more songs upcoming in the pipeline. So hopefully that's true and she releases a banger. But I just can't believe they were rushed to come back and release this travesty of a song. Like, where is the integrity? But yeah, what do you guys think of the song? Do you guys like it? I personally, like, I was really looking forward to it. And when I first heard it, you guys, like, I was so sad. Like, I'm still so sad. And I feel like not even just her, like, yeah, like, it's not that serious. And I really, like, I know she's going to come back with a banger. But it's just more so this fact that the thing is, I feel like we haven't really had like a summer song, like K-pop summer banger song. You know what I mean? I just feel like we did not get that. We did not receive that. And I just feel like this put the final nail in the coffin that we are not going to have a song of the summer, which is kind of disappointing. It's August now. I don't know. Anything could happen. I'm disappointed because I thought Stacey was going to have a song of the summer. I thought Somi was going to have the song of the summer, but it's just not. No songs are giving song of the summer. Like, what is going on with this? I mean, Lisa's song has potential. Like, I feel like Lisa's song, I don't know. I just feel like she didn't promote it in any kind of music shows or any other venues or anything. Like, she really didn't promote it at all, actually, even though it's such a great song. I think Rockstar is such a great song, but she didn't promote it. So I think that there's a little bit losing momentum there. Or maybe I just don't go out enough and I'm not hearing these songs in any kind of live setting, so it's hard for me to say, oh yeah, like this and that. It's an ongoing song this summer. But if anything, that's probably the top contender so far. And again, I've said this before, hey from To Us is the top contender. But yeah, like, I really feel like we haven't had a representative song of the summer yet for K-pop, and I don't know if that's gonna happen now, right? Like, it's like August, you guys. What's going on here? I mean, Lisa's gonna come out with a new song soon, apparently. So maybe that could be like a last minute song of the summer. But you know, like, I want to have something to bop to in August, right? So, sorry. But yeah, like, Somi, why would you do this to me? Somi, what is going on here? I can't believe it. Teddy. I can't let this slide, Teddy. Okay. The audacity of some of these K-pop festivals is actually crazy, you guys. Like, it's actually so beyond crazy to me. So, do you guys know Crazy K-pop Festival or whatever? Like, I was actually supposed to go to that. So, it's this K-pop festival that was supposed to happen in February. And the reason I was going to go is because Taeyang is performing. And if you guys know me, you guys know that Big Bang, one of my ultimate top. And Taeyang is probably one of my, like, alt bias. It's probably my top alt bias, right? So I was actually so excited to see him. I had it all planned out. I booked the hotel. I booked the plane ticket to LA to go see them. And of course, it has to get canceled for some like stupidness. And like they basically didn't say anything. People were already suspecting that it was going to get canceled originally. And then they released a statement like, no, it's not going to get canceled. And of course, what happens? They cancel it. The audacity is crazy. And then, anyways, stuff happened. Sure, I wasn't that mad about it then. Like, you know, like, I moved on. Like, it's like, I'm not going to be mad forever. Like, there's no point. Like, we're moving on. Fine with it. But now, this festival, the audacity is crazy because they nonchalantly just announced, like, they're like, oh yeah, like, we're going to have it again. And like, of course, the lineup all changed and Taeyang's not there anymore. Not that I would even chance it this time anymore and try to go, because who knows, it could get canceled again. But yeah, for them to like just nonchalantly announce a new event and they never even made like a closing official statement and the last part, like the first leg of the first initial festival that was supposed to happen, they were just like, they denied that was getting canceled, and then they finally canceled it, and then they basically tweeted like, oh, please read the following announcement, and they like attached a picture to it. Like, the audacity is actually crazy. And like, from that, we didn't hear about them for the last like literally like 5 months, and now like they want to announce a new festival that's happening in the fall, and the lineup is just not doing it for me. I just feel like the lineup's at a bad time, and it's hard for them to secure all the same lineup again, which is interesting because I think CL is one of the performers of the festival still. So it's interesting that CL herself is alone going to perform at the Crazy K-pop Festival or whatever, but 21 is not, and that's going to be in the midst of their comeback promotions, I guess. I guess it's not really happening until like November, I think. But anyways, this festival is happening in September. I was contemplating it, but you know what? Like, let me not even chance it because they already have like a bad track record, you know what I mean? So it's like, like the messiness of it all, the audacity of it all is like, how can I be that audacious, you know? Like, how can I be that bold? A lot of yelling in this episode so far, more than I've ever done actually. Let me not, this is coffee, I think. This is a message for everyone that went to KCON LA. I hate you guys. You guys don't deserve it. It should have been me. I should have been there. I should have been singing NCT 127. It should have been me, you guys. It should have been me. It's like that one TikTok. I don't care what happened to you. It should have happened to me. That's exactly how I feel. You guys, like, what is going on? Like, KCON, honestly, like, regardless of how anyone feels about KCON, I just feel like the scale of KCON is not, like, no other festival is touching KCON in terms of scale and, like, their ability to draw artists. Actually, their lineup last year was like very, very good. This year like was a little bit better. I mean, this year was a little bit worse actually. Last year was a little bit better, I meant to say. But this year, like, it was okay. They didn't really have any like, they didn't have like a super, super strong roster. Of course, there were groups that I really want to see. But overall, like, I feel like it was not like overwhelming where I'm like, oh, I have to go. But I'm honestly regretting it now. To even go see NCT 127, like, that would have been worth it for me. And then Boy Next Door was also there. I really want to see Boy Next Door. To Us was there. I really want to see To Us. They're actually so cute. I really would have loved to see To Us. But I'm so stupid. I don't know what's wrong with me. You guys, I'm telling you, like, when you're like, if you have the opportunity to travel or like you have the means, just do it. Listen to me when I say, if you have the opportunity to attend a festival or whatever, you have the financial means, you have the ability, just do it. You know what I mean? Don't think about next time, this, oh, I'm going to wait till next year, this and that. Do the things while you still can do them, because who knows what's going to happen, right, you guys? But yeah, like, LA people, they're so lucky. I think everything happens in LA, and not even just like KCON. Then all these groups did all the activations in LA too, and it's like, To Us went to the Grammy Museum thing, and it's like, it should have been, I actually wholeheartedly believe that it really should have been me in LA. The fumble is crazy. I don't know what is wrong with me, you guys. What is actually wrong with me? Had I not booked that whole mess with a crazy K-pop festival, could have saved my coins, could have went to KCON. I don't know why I did. I'm really regretting it. I really wish that the circumstances were a little bit better in that regard, because so NCT 127 performed on the Sunday, and I think they did that deliberately because, like, I feel like the Sunday draw was a little bit, or like the Sunday performers were not as strong as other days, so I feel like they needed like a top headliner to go perform on the Sunday, which was NCT 127. But I really wish NCT 127 would have performed on maybe like the Friday or the Saturday, because then I would have been able, because the boys were also in LA for their own tour on the Thursday, I think. I'm pretty sure it was either the Wednesday or the Thursday, and then it would have been perfect because I could have went to see the boys, which I've been meaning to see the boys forever. You guys know the boys, also one of my alt groups. I could have seen the boys, and then I could have went to KCON right after and seen, like, had NCT 127 perform on the Friday. Would have been perfect. I could have seen the boys and NCT 127, my like top groups. Would have been perfect, but it just didn't work out, and I also didn't want to go to LA from like Wednesday to Sunday, because then would have been giving bankruptcy for sure. Like, that would have been a little bit too much. But yeah, like, it would have been perfect had I been able to like land on the Thursday, go to the boys, Friday, see NCT 127 at KCON or whatever, and then leave on the Saturday morning. You know what I mean? Or like leave on the Saturday morning. That would have been perfect. That would have been so clutch. But like I said earlier, you guys, like, that's one of my biggest mistake as a K-pop fan keeps being that I keep waiting for the stars to align and for the things to play out perfectly. Stuff is never going to align perfectly, so you just got to do the things while you can. You know what I mean? It's like, I should have just went to see either the boys or went to see KCON, you know. Like, now I'm sitting in my car looking so stupid, like, now I'm really regretting it. Like, look at me, like, now I'm sitting in my car complaining to you guys, like, so embarrassing and annoying. What is wrong with me? But yeah, that's my message for K-pop, KCON fan attendees. It should have been me. It's funny because then I'll see people and I like complain about, like, oh, like, there's too much happening all together, blah, blah, like this and that. Shut up, you guys, shut up. Every K-pop fan and that's complaining about how there's too much going on can shut up. And at least I live in like Toronto, where like there's like a 1-2 event, or like there's actually like a decent amount of K-pop concerts. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like, yeah, like, I'm getting heated over this. Let me move on to the next topic. Okay, my final topic of the week, one of my favorite segments, is Kevin's K-pop cuties of the week. Who do you guys think is on my top cuties list? I try not to repeat it too often. So the first cutie on this week's list is a cutie that's been on my radar for a very long time now. So do you guys know the group WeI? So one of my bias in the group is Junso. He's such a cutie. He's actually from like, I think he was in like what's that group, like under 19 or something like that, whatever group came from that. But anyway, so he went from that group, like that project group, then he's now in WeI. He's actually so cute. He has that kind of blend of like cute and like good looking at the same time, which is like one of my favorites. It's like him, Hyunjae, like they all have that kind of vibe to them. So yeah, like Junso is one of my top cuties of the week. Actually, I had his photo card on my phone for like the longest time. And then I don't know, he kind of fell off my radar a little bit. WeI as a group has been a little bit quiet. I don't know what's going on with them. They've been a little bit quiet, so they kind of fell off my radar. for a little bit, but he showed up on my feed recently. He does like a thing, he does it like a selfie thing on Twitter called like Jinso of the day, where he'll like post a picture of himself and he'll call it like Jinso of the day, which is actually very cute. But he actually has the best selfies. He actually has the best selfies. So yeah, he's my first cutie of the week. And the only other cutie of the week for this week is Jaeyoon from A-Turn. He's actually such a cutie, guys. Like, but I was randomly watching, like I was eating dinner or something like that, and I want to watch some kind of like vlog because I don't know. I'm getting into that bad habit of wanting to like have something to watch while I eat recently, which is like such a bad habit in my opinion. Anyways, I watched a vlog and he's actually such a cutie. Yeah, he's like I think he's like the leader of A-Turn. I'm pretty sure he's the leader, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. Like I just think he's very cute, so he's made the top cutie of the week. He's another cutie that kind of fell off my radar a little bit because I feel like A-Turn's have been a little bit quiet. I think they're gonna maybe they'll come back soon. I don't know, but yeah. Those are my two K-pop cuties of the week. Did I miss anybody? I don't know. I'm trying to think in my head. Like, is there anyone who's like really been on my radar that I've been really liking a lot of posts on TikTok? The funny thing is, usually every week I'll check my TikTok likes, be like, oh, who did I really like this week? Because you guys know how TikTok is. Like, once you like a post of one person, then they're gonna be flooding with that person. But yeah, like I feel like I've been liking a lot of posts with Jinso, and I've been liking a lot of posts with Jaeyoon from A-Turn, which makes me think about how like TikTok and like social media really has the power to really put these people on your radar. Like once they're on your radar, they keep showing you them, and that's how you really start liking them. But yeah, the thing is, I feel like this is just a little bit of a tangent. I just feel like, yes, TikTok is cute or whatever. They have the ability to show me a lot of like cute people. They show me a lot of like cute videos of K-pop idols, but I don't feel like when I watch TikToks of people, I don't feel like I truly become the fan or like their fan or like the fan of their group, because I feel like because TikTok in general, like the platform is designed to show you a lot, right? So I just feel like when I'm on TikTok, I'm only as interested in people as much as TikTok shows me those people. You know what I mean? Like if they show me like one specific person, like for example, Jinso in this case, like they show me a lot of him. He'll be on my radar for a really long time. He'll be on my radar for during that period, and then I'll really like him. But then once TikTok stops showing me him, like he's kind of fallen off my radar. Like I'm never gonna go, like I'm not gonna be searching for him. I'm not wondering what he's doing, not keeping up with him, even though that sounds so terrible. But that's just like the nature of TikTok. The nature is it's an aggregate, right? It shows you all these different things. And I even posted this on my story, on my Instagram story, which actually got a huge reaction because I reached 100 subscribers on my Instagram, and I did a story like about the things I've noticed during my time on YouTube about K-pop, the K-pop fandoms, how fandoms interact compared to like TikTok and like Instagram and stuff like that. And one of the points I made was that I feel like true fandom is built on YouTube and not on TikTok, which actually got a big reaction. Not that TikTok doesn't have the potential to develop a strong fandom. I think it does, but I just feel like the way K-pop idols utilize it is not conducive to that. Whereas on YouTube, because it's a longer format thing and you have my attention for a longer period of time, I feel like I can learn more about the group. I can see the group in different scenarios other than like dance challenges. I can really learn about the group. I can really see what the group's up to. So I feel like they're more so on my radar, and I just feel like you just understand the group way more than if you were to watch like a 3-second TikTok. If you're watching a 10-minute vlog as opposed to like a 3-second TikTok video, obviously you're gonna be more invested or learn about more of the idol. Does that make sense to you guys? So yeah, like that's why even like on YouTube, I feel like for me it's like a big priority to be on YouTube to really teach K-pop fans all about fashion and K-pop. I think that yes, of course I can teach them on TikTok and this and that, but I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I cannot be as, especially when it comes to fashion, I cannot be as thorough in my points, or I can be, the topics cannot be as fleshed out as opposed to YouTube. But of course on YouTube, it's hard to find your audience, right? It's really hard to find someone that will engage with the content for a long period of time. But anyways, like that's just my little tangent of the day. But anyways, I reached 100 subscribers on YouTube, so I want to thank you guys. Like I'm really excited about that we have like a little community going where you guys are interested in not only K-pop, but you're interested on the fashion side of things as well. And if you're watching up until this point, like you're actually a real one, and I'm excited. I'm glad to find someone that, or like to find people, an audience that is willing to, you know, sit down and listen, sit down and talk, sit down and have a chat, and have that chat be more than 3 seconds or something like funny or like a cute video clip, you know what I mean? Not to say that's bad, like obviously that's part of K-pop, but you know, like I'm glad to be finding my people. Like nothing feels better than finding your people, you know what I mean? Regardless of whether it is, where it is, I'm glad to have found you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is probably my longest K-pop spill session ever. And like I said earlier, like if you guys are fans of K-pop, you're fans of fashion, you want to learn more about the fashion industry through K-pop, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. This is Fashion Alt. My name is Kevin. I make videos like more casual videos like this every Sunday. My more serious educational videos are usually on Wednesdays. But yeah, like you guys kind of see both sides of me, like a very serious teacher Kevin, and you guys see the more crazy insane, like, who is this person babbling and yapping on Sundays, Kevin? But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.